Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
We're also joined by Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, CMD of BIOCON. Ms. Shaw, you must have heard this terrible piece of news. He had been ailing for the last 9 weeks. He had been out of politics, active politics since 2005, and today he breathed his last at about 5 p.m. Your thoughts on this tragic news?
Yes, I think the nation has lost a great leader, a charismatic, visionary leader, and we must celebrate his life because I think what he did for the country is something which we must celebrate. In fact, many of the programs that are being even continued or rebuilt or resurrected even by this government today owes its origins to Vajpayee ji. And, you know, I think Vajpayee was a great visionary who wanted a modern India. He was the one who brought focus on, nuclear power. He was the one who basically wanted to make it easier to do business in India. He was very pro-business. He had a great vision for India, and he cared for everyone in the country, and he was someone that, I admired very deeply because I really think he had modern thinking, modern vision. He wanted the best for the country and, a great inspirational leader.
Yeah. Ms. Shaw, when we talk about Pokhran 2, when those tests took place, he felt pressure and criticism not just on domestic soil, but also internationally. The US protested, Japan protested, the move invited sanctions as well. Do you think that was one of the toughest and most trying moments for Atal Bihari Vajpayee and the Prime Minister's office at that time?
Yes, he had many challenges during his regime, but I think he dealt with each one of them with maturity and in a very compelling way that basically, calmed the voices of concerns and the critics. I just felt that was his style. He basically gave you that, argument with a lot of honest intent that made you feel that, yes, there is nothing sinister about anything.
When we look at his career, we always remember Vajpayee as a statesman. He was once a prime minister for 13 days, once for 13 months, and once for a period of 6 years. Do you think that shows his persistence, his statesmanship, and the ability to take everyone along? Do you think he provided the template to politicians today as well, Ms. Shaw?
Absolutely. I think he is a great role model for every politician or political leader of today. I think he never lost his relevance. Everyone looked up to Vajpayee ji as a role model. I think even today across party lines, I think you still see people who have this huge respect and admiration for Vajpayee ji. And that's what it's all about. Why was he a great statesman? Why was he such a great political leader? Because he was inspirational and he was a great role model. Because he was fair and impartial.
And finally, the ability to take everyone along, even those in the opposition. I remember him chiding Sonia Gandhi for using the choicest words to criticize his government, but none of it came across as personal. Do you think that is an ability that probably politicians today lack? Not being personal, criticize the opposition, take on the opposition, but you should be able to take all of them along.
Absolutely. I think he was a great poet. He had a great sense of humor, and he knew he was a people's person. He just was so personable to everybody, and therefore, everyone across party lines could get along with him, and he could take everyone along.
Any conversation or interaction that you'd like to tell us about?
Well, I basically just had the opportunity to have a one-on-one with him to discuss science and technology, and especially biotechnology, a long time ago. And I think what really impressed me was his sheer sense of interest to know about new things. And that was what really inspired me. He was willing to, listen to something which was new to him, but he was willing to see that if this is important for a modern India, that we should support it. And, I remember Murli Manohar Joshi ji was also there as the Science and Technology Minister, and he himself also was, there to see the interest that the Prime Minister had in these new technologies. So I just think he was a very inspirational person. He had a great presence, a great aura. You just walked in there and you felt it,
Absolutely. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, thank you very much for speaking to CNBC TV18, sharing your thoughts. Clearly, we've lost a visionary, and it's not just a big loss for the Bharatiya Janata Party, it is a big loss for the entire country. And not just a leader, Atal Bihari Vajpayee was also an orator par excellence. Here's a throwback to some of his iconic speeches.